Good evening, Big Brother fans. I don't have a whole lot to say about tonight's episode, except just a very few things. What about Michelle? She's not very good at reading people, is she? Because the look that April got over her face was, oh shit, I'm in trouble now. She is so not good at reading people. I mean, she just looks so guilty. And I love how she followed it up with a second conversation, to say, and I can give you money, and we can promise you safety, and and let's see, I did admire the fact that Michelle told her straight up that, if the house is going for Jerry, definitely Jerry is getting her vote, but if the house is going to vote for April to be out, she just can't make herself a target and was going to have to vote her out. I really enjoyed that she was straight up about that. Not a lot of people are. They just say what the person wants them to say, and then in the long run, they feel hurt and betrayed. So Michelle is playing a pretty good game, and so if she doesn't get knocked out soon, she's someone you don't want to take with you to the final two with you, because she's been very honest and straight up about everything that she's been doing. Other than that, let's see, we get to vote on who gets a phone call from home, and I'm going to say, just off the top of my head, that Rennie might win it for some reason. It just seems, for some reason, like it would be something that America would want to see happen because, of the way she reacted to seeing her family's photos and such. Next week is a double live eviction, so whoever... the HOH. I know who the HOH is, and I'll tell you at the end of this if you haven't already watched the spoiler that I just put up. Whoever the HOH puts up and they evict, they're going to do a very fast forward HOH competition, nomination ceremony, POV, and another elimination. Whew, that's going to be a very fast setting next Thursday. Anyways, I'm gonna talk about who won the HOH and then a little bit of my predictions. So so you might want to bail. Anyway, Dan won the HOH competition and he hung in there for 3 hours and 48 minutes apparently. The last two up were him and Ollie. Michelle stayed up for fairly long, and then her leg got caught up and she fell apparently, and Memphis stayed up pretty long. Dan and Ollie were going head and head, and they started striking up bargains with one another, and they were both bullshitting one another. I've got another 12 hours in me, when they both knew they barely had 12 minutes. And Dan swore to Ollie, and Ollie swore to Dan that you're safe with me. Dan says you're safe. Ollie says you're safe forever, if you just let me have this. And they bantered back and forth, and finally Dan said, I'll keep you and another person that you want safe. And then I guess there was more underhanded dealings beyond that with, okay, me and the other person will be safe, but if the people you put up for POV win it and someone comes down, we are not to be replacements. And if there is someone that comes down, apparently Ollie gets the right to call who goes up. So Ollie is pretty much the HOH, if you ask me, unless Dan tries really hard to win that POV himself. And now that he's actually playing the game, I don't know. It is definitely going to be interesting to see because, he's finally stepped his game up and now he's playing. And it's also interesting to see Ollie finally beginning to play as well. Now, if I had to guess who Dan was going to put up, immediately, of course, Jerry. Jerry's going up. And then I had to think, who else could possibly go up since Michelle and Ollie are going to be considered safe. And the only other person I could think of would be Memphis. Because as far as I can tell, he's pretty, he's okay. Now that I think about it, maybe not. He really had to work at Rennie. Let's just go with Jerry and Memphis. Those are gonna be my choices, and yeah, that's it, I think. Tiny, is it time for us to go to bed? Yeah, it's almost 11:30. Yeah, you hear me talking to you. You ready to go to bed? You guys have a good day. Bye.